The idea that people of African descent have common interests and should be unified. Political emancipation is what the Marcus Garveys, the Kwame Nkrumahs stood for then. Today, what the African leaders stand for is economic emancipation. But what the two have as a common denominator is mindset change, mindset shift, attitude change. Call it what you may, but it has to do with the social being's mind and thinking. Chrizoster Halwiindi Phiri is Member of Parliament of Kabwe in Zambia. She says this mindset or attitude change lies mainly on the woman, as the African society has built women to be natural leaders. Hence, the way the woman operates regards her decisions affects the development of the continent.
As you know, issues to do with climate change are feminist. Most of the people who are affected when there's no food in the home are women. Even when, for example, there's floods, the roads are destroyed, are women, because roads to the clinic, to the hospitals will be destroyed. Women are most people who are found the clinics, nursing the children, the husband and the family members. Also, when there's issues, when there's drought, there's no water, when the wetlands are destroyed because maybe people are not taking care of it, it's women who are affected. By nature, a woman is a leader. So that is the mindset that I want a woman to know that they're a leader. And also once that mindset, we have that mindset, we are leaders. We are going even to see a lot of women that will come, to participate in politics, and also hence they'll find themselves in a key position, decision-making position, that will make them even make a decisive decision.
The African continent is predominantly youth. What is their take?
We as Africans have got brilliant documents on paper, but we fail to follow through, especially with implementation of this. And it all goes back to mindset shift. And this is where we need not just the African Union or its organs or governments, but for women and young citizens to be able to have a shift in the mindset shift. We need to be able to sacrifice a lot of our social economical resources to contribute with our skills, our knowledge, to implementing and putting into practice some of these documents we put in paper. We need to move beyond lip service. I feel that a lot of people come here and perhaps just stick to taking pictures and not looking at the opportunities to network, to collaborate, to be able to ensure that African countries, even the way we've got the AFTAC, the trade barriers, how are we ensuring post the documents, post policies that are created, post the deliberations made by the ministers, the presidents, how do we now ensure that we put in action plans to follow through, roadmaps to ensure that we're now going to have enough food security?
Or maybe we take this conversation to a whole new level. We take it to a psychotherapist. What is his narrative?
A mind shift happens because of some circumstances. But if your ground has been destroyed, it's very difficult to move your mind. The work of the mind works in it's collective. It's not just one thing. So to change the mindset, you need to have a balance. Now, that balance to come, you need to have good attitude. Now, our attitude is not complying with our being. So that will create a problem in the self. Because one, if you can't appreciate your self-esteem, that means you will not develop. If you can't accept who you are, that means you cannot develop. And most of the people want to end up dreaming of the things that they can't manage. Remember, we are taught to appreciate the Western dressing, a tie, a white-collar job, I would say, you see, on the expense of our native cultivating, going to fetch for fruits. Now we have forgotten that, but we have got a lot of fruits.
Hello, President Macky Sall, Chairperson of the African Union, Heads of State and Government, President Halwiindi Hichilema of Zambia.
Idris Elba, an actor, says all discussions at the African Union Summit, if possible, should be people-centric. William Carew, head Secretariat ECCOSOC, says taking steps towards economic emancipation and attitude change, even in baby steps, is better than none at all. The diversity of the African people, the cultures, the collective wisdom that the African Union possesses to steer economic growth. With this, a new future is in front of Africa. Ndhlovu, ZNBC.